Ever heard the saying that an angry man's mouth is the calm man's mind? This is true because how a person behaves when they're angry reveals what they're truly and fully capable of. There's a reason why the Bible says in Ephesians 4:26, in your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are angry. Because when anger is not managed, it can cause us to say and do things that we will gravely regret. Let's dive in. Today's video is brought to you by my book, Rise Above the Haters. This is a kingdom-based journal that will help you activate and cultivate your hater-proof skills so that you can keep on growing, glowing, rising, and shining despite who doesn't like you, who doesn't want to see you win, and who's coming against you. The link is in the video description box. So, when you see a person who's angry, if you've ever had an argument or disagreement with someone and they said the most vile things to you, they brought up things from your past, they hit below the belt, they told all of your business to anyone and everyone who would listen, or worse, they were so aggressive they were ready to throw hands. This is very telling of that person, and you want to be mindful and take mental notes of that. Number one, it reveals their lack of self-control. When someone lashes out, crashes out, and spazzes out, it shows that they lack self-control. Instead of managing their emotions, they're ruled by their emotions. And a person who is ruled by their emotions is a dangerous person to be around. Proverbs 25:28 says, like a city whose walls are broken is a person who lacks self-control. So a person who lacks self-control is acting from a place of emotional brokenness. They have no inner protection mechanism in place. They're not using it to be able to self-regulate, and that's going to be problematic for you, because if they're not crashing out and spazzing out on you, they may put you in situations when they do crash out and spaz out to get you involved in beefs and disagreements that have nothing to do with you, simply because you're there with them while they're crashing out. And so it reveals that they do not self-regulate. The second thing it reveals is hidden animosity. So when a person says the nastiest things to you, the things that they have always wanted to say, but they never had the opportune time to say it, they have always felt that way. They have felt that way. This is what Luke 6:45 says. Luke chapter 6, verse 45. It says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth that which is good. An evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth that which is evil. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The mouth can only speak what is in the heart. What comes out of you is what was already inside of you. When you go to the bathroom, that was what was inside of you and is coming out of you when you go to the toilet. It is the same thing spiritually and psychologically. And so they felt that way, but they were able to keep it under wraps because they were not triggered enough to say that particular thing. And so it's going to reveal the hidden hostility that that person has. When someone is angry, their true colors show. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to how someone treats you when you have a disagreement with them. Be mindful and pay attention of the things a person is willing to say and do because you disagree. 3, it is going to reveal any envy that they have had towards you. The Bible tells us that where there's envy and self-seeking, James 3:16, there's confusion and every evil work. And so when a person is in a state of full-blown envy and there's an incident that triggers that full-blown envy and they're being extremely nasty and cruel to you, that envy was always there, but it was there in seed form. See, we know people by their fruit, but fruit starts out as a seed. And so you got to be mindful of that, because an envious friend is a dangerous enemy. And you cannot have people who want your life, who can never be happy for you. You can't have people like that around you and have peace and joy. That is going to begin to take a toll on your well-being. It may even take a toll on your safety if that envy is so full-blown that it leads them to act out aggressively towards you. And so those are the things that you want to be mindful of. So pay attention to how a person acts when they're angry. Pay attention to the things that they're willing to do, because the lowest, meanest thing that they said to you, that's what they're capable of. That's what they're capable of. There's no denying triggered people are going to come and argue, but you cannot argue that something cannot come out of you if it is not already in you. It's not coming from the air. And so when a person says something that is extremely wicked, when they are revealing your secrets, it reveals a fourth thing about them. It reveals that they are not trustworthy. Because a person who can't self-regulate and is going to tell all your business because they're angry, that is a person you can't trust with confidential information. That's the person that you can't trust with your vulnerabilities, because they are weaponizing them against you. This is why it is so important to get to know people before you give them access to your life. You really got to get to know people. You have to see how people treat disagreements. You have to see how people treat misunderstandings. You have to see how people behave when they're angry and they're stressed. Don't be so in a rush to be BFFs with somebody. Even when you're dating, you still need to see how that individual acts when they're under stress, how that individual handles their anger, how that individual handles when they can't have their way and no is being said to them. You need to see people under different circumstances to really begin to gauge their character. So I hope that this was helpful. For those of you who want to dive deeper into topics like this, I invite you to become a member of the Wellness Club. The Wellness Club is where it's at. If you're a member of the Wellness Club, in the comments section, let us know how the Wellness Club has benefited you. So the Wellness Club is one of the tiers of membership right here on YouTube, where we focus on mental self-care, emotional inner healing, workplace well-being, spiritual growth and development through a biblical lens, and it is cheaper than therapy. It's a live conference call. It's a group coaching call. It is live. You call in. Not only are you speaking to me, but you also have an opportunity to come up to the floor and to share your thoughts relative to the topic of that particular call. So if you're interested, you'll see a link in the video. And make sure to join at the Wellness tier, because that's the tier that's going to give you access to the Wellness Club. You're also invited to join us on Sundays for our live church by phone service. You can come to church with your coffee and your pajamas, because you'll be right at home, right from the phone. And so if you want to join us every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a live call where you can call in. We have people who worship with us from all around the world. And this coming Sunday, July 27th, we're going to be talking about Psalm 52 and what Psalm 52 teaches us about dealing with people who have betrayed us, who are trying to sabotage us, and it looks like they're winning. So if you're dealing with a situation like that, then you definitely want to come to today's church by phone. And if you have the no weapon form mug, bring the mug with you to the church by phone service. We're going to be doing a powerful affirmation with our mug. So with that being said, I want to say a big thank you to those of you who support this ministry with your financial offerings. We could not do what we do without you. If you are being blessed by this channel and this ministry, and it's on your heart to be a blessing to us in return, you can do so by going to the website, CassandraMacMinistries.com, clicking on the link that says donate, and following the prompts from there. And again, to those who donate, we want to say thank you. We could not do what we do without you. You make it possible. So be blessed, everybody. Have an awesome weekend. Let's do our best to be kind, but let's also take our common sense with us. Talk to you soon.